saying that, yeah, girls don't even lick the cooch. Some girls don't even suck balls.
Most those type of women are probably the women who get cheated on the most. Especially if you.
I know someone that's married. I know 2 people that are married right now, but like their man's also not into that, so it worked out for them.
What? Not getting his balls licked or getting
all that shit. The ones that be like super like scared of being considered a homo. Like
getting your balls licked, you would be considered a homo.
It's too close to my ass. There's guys that will say shit like
niggas
that.
Is bugging the fuck out. You're fucking
yeah.
But that my brain just haven't been in like a million years, so I can't put myself in that thinking pattern. Like it's just hard for me to go back to like I don't know. Like I would never want my girl to do like a threesome and all them like sex parties and all that other weird shit. Like I wouldn't want to do that with my girl. Like no.
You wouldn't go to a swingers resort?
If I was single, not with my girl though. No niggas fucking me in front of fucking my girl in front of me.
No. But would you fuck in front of other people? Fuck your girl in front of
other people? Yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
but,
that can happen.
Oh yeah. That's cool. But I'm not going and another nigga about to touch you or think he can touch you.
What if another guy was to touch your girl but you was fucking his wife? Like, swap.
Nah.
You would be.
Nigga, your wife has to be way better than my girl.
Oh nah. Yeah. See. Don't ever do that because then the girl would be like, "Damn, he actually wanted to fuck her." Her insecurities would. Like,
yeah, so then that's why we don't need to go.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like I do. That's what I'm telling you. I hear a lot of women who be like, "Yeah, I can." Sometimes I wonder. I think a lot of women say they can deal with certain shit with certain men until you have to actually deal with that shit.
I would never watch my man fuck another woman. That's beyond it. I would kill her and him. I was just picking your brain.
Yeah, no, but I even with the social media thing, I always really question how many women are secure enough to deal with a nigga who's with women are very flirtatious with this man. Like, it's cool to think that like, okay, I know my nigga get bitches, but you actually see it in your face. Mm-hmm. And if he's an active, like I'm a poster, and so it's just like something's gonna originally ring off in my head like, what is this nigga doing if I'm a woman, like, how? Like, it sounds cool to be like, oh yeah, I can deal with it, but then it's just like, can you really deal with it?
I mean, I did. I dealt with it, and I'm like, it don't bother me. Again, I give people benefit of the doubt.
So they could be wrong.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go into it with like, you're entertaining women, because off back, I'm giving you no trust. Like, you gotta give me a reason to not trust you, and if you are being very thorough with your conversation. You are letting me know where you're at. You know, you make it a point to always keep me in the loop. Who am I to say like you're entertaining like women? I'm not gonna assume the worst without even knowing if that's what's going on.
All right, let's get this shit spicy real quick. Okay, how would you feel if one of your friends had an ex of yours or a nigga that you used to talk to? Maybe not even an ex. He didn't even make it to the boyfriend status, but y'all fucked or y'all used to talk. And they had him in their close friends. How would you feel?
It depends on how serious me and the guy were. So like if I just fucked him and like I liked him, but like once shit dwindled, like I'm like, oh, why did I ever deal with him? Because we be having those guys where we're like, ew, why do we do that? Then I wouldn't care in that situation. But if it's a guy I actually got with or a guy that I actually really did care about, then she's not my friend. The fuck? Why you got him in your close friends? Especially if I'm in it and I see what you post and you got him too. Like if she's the type of poster where it's just close friends but she be posting food and shit, I don't give a fuck. But if it's like the legit like ass shaking, all that's like for what?
But I do know what's so crazy. Because I feel like I'm into way too many close friends and I never see nothing worse being in somebody close friends for.
Yo.
I'm never like.
Let me tell you what this guy. So there was this guy, right? I met him in Vegas. He fucked one of my friends and. Hope he doesn't listen to this. And I randomly, like a week ago maybe, see the little green bubble, and I'm like, he don't got no picture, no nothing on his profile. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? Not thinking nothing of it, bruh. I clicked on the damn green bubble as him beating his dick. I said, yo, I never knew people actually do that on their close friends. And he legit like posts like a dick pic every single day. I don't even know how he's getting past Instagram's rules with that shit. Like,
I wonder, is it because nobody's reporting him?
Maybe not. And I'm sure he only got girls in it, like obviously.
I always just, my question when I be in people close friends, how many other motherfuckers in here? I always want to know, because even though this shit is stupid, I have never been in a good close friends yet. How many other motherfuckers be in here? I always be one that I never ask the question because I be like, I'm not going to ask, I don't want to be taken out of it because maybe one day something might be good in here. But I be wanting to know, like, bro, why am I in here? And how many other people are in here? Because this shit is stupid as shit. And I'm sure they thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
So for me, with my close friends, I mean, I shake my ass and stuff on my close friends. I don't be doing like nothing too much. But for me, for my close friends, it's more so when these are the people that I don't mind judging. Like, I know they're not going to judge me if I post some like wild like quote or something. Like if I say, I want my toes sucked while being fucked in missionary. Like, I know these people are not going to judge me on that. But I know, like, the rest of the people that follow me are going to, either I'm going to be harassed for it or I'm going to be judged. And I don't feel like that, like being judged.
Okay, just for shits and giggles. How often, I'm not even, well, I'm going to ask it anyway. How often are you harassed when you post anything? Because I feel like you are one of those women, you send your bat signals out. I can tell when I follow you enough and look at your shit enough to know when you're in a relationship when you're not in a relationship.
Really?
Of course.
Interesting. How can you tell? Do tell.
Just probably I think most of the time, from what I've noticed, when you in relationships, you don't post that much. Not as much.
I agree. I'm glad you noticed that because I said that and people say that I still post a lot. I'm like, I don't post that much when I'm.
Nah, because I think you when you post, I'm sure that you can post hot blowing your fucking nose and niggas gonna slide your DM.
Stop it.
You obviously you
like
must feel that same way because if you barely post. If you say what you're posting when you're in a relationship, you probably post your daughter.
People.
Like I feel like that's gonna be always your go-to. Like when you're in a relationship, that's probably what you'll give your Instagram the most of, just your child. You probably won't even put yourself up there as much as you will put your daughter up there when you're in a relationship. So, because niggas not gonna shoot their shot when you posting your daughter.
I guess.
Right or wrong?
I mean, I guess I be posting stuff. Maybe not as much, but I be posting.
Or you may post. You probably don't post the Justin LA fucking shit no more. You may post just like some
I have to
political shit or some bullshit that nobody's really gonna shoot it. Like it's a nigga really forcing his hand to fucking shoot a shot at something you post when you're in a relationship.
Yeah, I have to think it through whenever I post stuff. Like I have to really think about, is it gonna make the person mad? Is this acceptable? Like I definitely have to go through those thoughts. So altogether, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna post. Like it doesn't even matter. But also at the same time, a lot of people know that I don't take social media that serious. So like I can literally be a person that posts something that has no significance to me. Like it's just funny.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, I still think I post, but a lot of guys do harass me. Like, and when I say harass, like I mean like they will blow no response and just keep writing me, get mad at me, curse me out, then keep writing me, then I block them, make another page, write me, like harass.
You know, niggas is mentally retarded, but
they are. I think girls are too though. We're all mentally retarded.
Nah, I don't think. I think women have more pride on social media than niggas do. And just for me in general, like I watch how niggas post under women junk, like, but I know women, like, if a woman leaves a hot eye under a nigga picture and I don't respond back with like some flirtatious shit, she's not going to do it again under the comments. Unless. No. Listen, unless some women may just do it because they want motherfuckers to come to their page.
I know women that will do that shit and do not give a fuck.
Most women don't. Most women, like once more women of quality that looks like something, they'll shoot. They might put the hot eyes under your shit one time.
Well, that's the same thing with the guys that harass like girls. They're usually men that aren't attractive. They're not men that like if they're harassing you, they're usually not. They're not attractive. Like guys will shoot their shot, but they'll do it maybe once or twice and then stop. But the ones that harass you be the ones that aren't like.
Okay, so for the niggas who are listening, what do you feel like? What's the appropriate way to, I guess, shoot your shot even if the woman don't respond the way you want her to respond the first time?
So for me, my what I like, I would rather a guy like my pictures in a row, because then that tells me like you're interested. Give me the chance to go through your photos. If I like your shit back, that's the open. Go ahead. You could talk to me. Like I clearly think you're attractive as well. Because it puts pressure if you just try to out the gate just try to come talk to me and now I don't like you and I'm like, ugh, I'm just gonna carry you. But at least it saves your ego. Like if you just like my pictures, I don't like your shit back, don't go any further. There you go. You saved yourself.
I mean, those are the rules I play by anyway. So I was just for other niggas who made. I feel like it's a lot of niggas who just.
Girls, the thing is girls will shoot their shot. It's just very subtle. Like us liking all your shit back is us saying like, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like it's just subtle. You can tell when a girl is not interested in you. Y'all are just fucking crazy and will keep trying and hope that she will one day.
No, because this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to say that because sometimes women just be in relationships. And then women...
Okay, but what if they're not in a relationship? Then you're just fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, you're just crazy. But 9 times out of 10, I just know from me paying attention to women and watching how women respond in the DM, women won't be... they'll be aggressive at one time, and then they'll fall back. 9 times out of 10, they get in a relationship, and then mysteriously one day they'll get aggressive in your shit again. She's single again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but in that aspect, like, you've already... like talk to her, you've already made it like a point that you are fucking with her, and same with her making a point, like you could slide back in her DMs at that point. But in the beginning, like the very first time you're trying a girl, if you go straight for her DMs and she don't respond, don't keep writing her. She's not interested, or she's in a relationship like you said. Either way, stop writing her.
Okay, so another question then. So if there's no closure in a talking stage or a situation, whatever, do you feel like, is that okay for the door to permanently stay open?
Yeah. You could keep trying at that point because she was clearly interested in you at one point.
When do you say fuck it? For woman or man? When do you stop?
What do you mean?
Like when do you stop? Like let's say if y'all already...
you want to. Like it's not on the other person. It's when you want to. When you feel like, okay, I'm tired of wasting my time with this girl. Mm-hmm. That's on you. But like for her, I'm pretty sure, at least for me, I'd prefer guys to stop trying to talk to me once I'm done with them, but it would never be, if it's just talking, it would never be like a bad blood type of situation. Unless I'm in a relationship, then I'm going to ignore you. So I'm going to keep flirting with you. If you've already tried me, I've already given you that shot, like, and see where it goes. I'm going to keep dancing with the idea of like, okay, well, maybe I will fuck with him, maybe I won't. But if I've never given you that open door, the door is closed. Don't even try to open it.
But if it's been something... and with no closure, you feel like the door's always open.
I feel like you wouldn't get looked at like, why the fuck you keep hitting me? Like you would get looked at like, obviously there was something between y'all before. That's why he keeps hitting you. Like it doesn't look bad on your part. Mm-hmm. So
does down your hair mean a fresh start?
A cut does.
A cut?
Mm-hmm. When you cut your hair.
Well, what if long hair is your thing though? You would still cut it even if you're trying to...
I was about to cut my hair and...
Cut it like what?
I was gonna cut it off,
like bald, like Amber Rose.
Bald, like I was just gonna have. It was gonna be a pixie cut. It was just gonna be a bang, like short hair, like everywhere.
Why didn't you, or what made you even think about doing it? Just for what?
I just didn't get the chance to do it because I couldn't find a stylist that I trusted to cut my hair in that style. So I was like, fuck that. I'll be pissed if that shit looks bad. So I just got over it. And by then I wasn't heartbroken no more, so I didn't need to cut my hair anymore.
What's the worst way you ever dealt with heartbreak?
Shit. I think I deal with heartbreak pretty well. I don't think I really deal with it in like a bad way. I maybe fucked someone immediately after. That's probably the worst that I've done. But even then, that's happened one time. So I just deal with it. Maybe drink. I don't know.
Like drink, like trying to get like...
Like I'll get drunk one night and then fucking pass out and then I'm not drinking no more because now I hurt my stomach. I think I handle heartbreak well. I just take it for what it is. Like, clearly we're not compatible and it's nothing I can do to change that. So, it's what it is. That's what I was trying. Like, the thing is with my mindset is like, you can't change things. You really can't. Like, you just have to go with the flow of things. I'm not going to stress myself out over a heartbreak. I can't change it. It already happened. Like, what am I going to do? I can't stress myself out over a guy cheating on me. I can't stop him from cheating. He going to cheat if he want to cheat.
That shit sounds... It always sounds easy, hindsight looking on it.
It's not easy. It's not, but it's reality.
I mean, it is reality because there's nothing you can do, but it just be like, I'm not going to... That shit is a man, like... I understand why niggas be wanting, and me and my friends had this conversation, and this is the conversation that niggas love to have, giving you reasons why they want to keep being whores. Like that video that I started to fucking John off with when the niggas was like, oh yeah, this is why I'm gonna be single forever. Because niggas want to find reasons to stay single and be whores. Because don't get me wrong, niggas are scared to get played and get their feelings hurt. I take my hat off the niggas who are serial daters like women, because I don't know how you can mentally do it. As a man, I know my emotions of tolerance after, like I said, the 100 hours trying to get to know somebody, or 24, 72, however many hours it takes to really get to know you. Let's just say 100. After 100 hours trying to get to know somebody, and then the shit goes south, bro, that shit, and you actually really like the person, that shit can fuck you up. And if you don't got nothing to do good with your quality time, it's like, that shit gonna be hard. And even if you do got something to do with your time, that shit gonna be hard. And then if you one of them motherfuckers that don't get blocked and you can still go look at her Insta story and shit, that shit gonna be hard. It's going to be hard. Listen to me. And you just gotta figure out how to deal with it, and don't let your emotions get the best of you. But sometimes I be wondering, like, sometimes I wonder, do I still judge people who overexpress themselves on social media? Because it just be like, maybe that makes them feel better.
That's their outlet. I wouldn't judge them. That's definitely their outlet. Shit. I don't know how guys be dealing with it too. I mean, it's the shit. You got me speechless. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, for guys that go through that, I'm sorry. For girls like that go through that, I'm sorry. But I don't think there's any correct way to really get through heartbreak. Like, is whatever feels right to you. If it means like posting on Instagram and Twitter, then so be it. If it means drinking, if it's for a short period of time, then so be it. Like, no one can tell you how to get over a heartbreak. And if you following a girl that broke your heart, unfollow her. Like, why are you doing that to yourself?
I don't know.
Why do that to yourself? If I don't want to,
I guess maybe, to be honest, I think sometimes it's good. I'm gonna say it may be good to keep doing it until the emotions ain't there no more. Because after the emotions not there no more, you just gonna stop looking at that shit.
Yeah. And
if you stop looking at it long enough, that's why one thing I like about Instagram and the algorithms. If I don't look for a week, then them shits is gone.
Shit, not mine. I don't be looking at no one's stuff, and that shit still be popping up on my.
Maybe because they still looking at yours.
Oh, maybe. But damn, I don't know. That's a good.
Do you feel like you have to just be in a relationship with somebody to have your heart broken?
No, you can definitely get your heart broken by
in the talking stages.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, how though? Like, if you really had your mind made up on, this is the person I want to be with.
I mean, the thing is, it might not be like a real heartbreak, but it's a letdown. It's like you have a vision with this person, and it's like all your dreams kind of got crushed because you're like, okay, this is like, just an example, like, this is the person I'm gonna marry, this is the person I'm gonna have kids with, this is gonna be the person I buy my first house with, we're gonna have this type of business together, like, and in the span of like 2 minutes it could be completely done, and now everything that you dreamt of with this person is gone. So it's like it's more than a heartbreak, it's a letdown. It's like, damn, like, why, you don't think so?
Hell yeah, I know so. I'm
like,
laughing. It's funny, as I almost want to say, fuck any female that I ever had conversations with about having a little Mikey. Those conversations are real, and those things that you saying are so true. But I get, as a nigga, that's why I be trying to like really coach. Like, I be torn, but like kind of like knowing how shitty it is to date out here. I feel like I don't feel right telling my friends to get in relationships, because I just know me being just like, oh, I want to, and then I see how the shit work out, and I just really pay attention to how women move, and I be like, I really don't want to tell my friends to date. Like, I just want them niggas to go ahead, be whores. I don't want to coach a nigga into getting his heart broken, because I feel like realistically it's going to happen.
Yeah. But it goes both ways. It's not just guys. Girls get their heart broken all the time too. Like, we get let down too.
But okay, the older you get, do you feel like you call it off more, or niggas are still calling it off with you more? The older you get.
I think it's, for the most part, a mutual agreement. Like, things start naturally just falling apart on both ends.
That relationship-wise, or just...
Well, I be talking to people seriously. Like, relationship-wise, I don't really get in, like, actual relationships. Like, I might consider them my man, but unless I say my boyfriend, that's not my boyfriend. Like, so I think in both aspects, as far as relationships go, my last relationship was like mutual. It just we weren't compatible.
Like what? Like what do you feel like wasn't compatible?
He just didn't know how to communicate, and like there was no way I can marry a man that doesn't know how to communicate with me. And you see, I'm an over communicator, like in a good way. Like I'm like I tell you what I feel when I feel it. If I feel like it's something that might linger on and actually like hurt my feelings long term, and he was just the type of person to kind of shut that down and not really understand where I was coming from. And I could never be with someone long term. And he also felt like he couldn't be with somebody that always said how they felt. Like it was too, like on his end it was just like, damn, well everything's bothering you. But I'm like, on my end it wasn't. Like just an example, here's like an example. I know he don't listen to this, so I don't give a fuck. He was obviously living with me, and he had posted on Facebook, once mine always mine, and they know that. Is that acceptable to say while you in a relationship with someone?
Fuck no.
Right. Okay. So I told him it was disrespectful. That's at the very bare minimum. I said, my family follows you on Facebook. You need to delete that. It's disrespectful. In his mind, he was just like, I don't take social media serious. And this is coming from someone who doesn't take it serious. I'm like, no, it's beyond that. It's disrespectful. Because I'm your girl and you're showing that you don't give a fuck about my feelings to other people. Especially it's on Facebook. Like this isn't Instagram or Twitter. It's on fucking Facebook. And in his mind, it was just like, you're tripping. And I'm like, no. And he refused to understand that I looked at it as disrespect. He refused to look at it in that way because he's like, I told you from the beginning, like social media doesn't mean shit to me. I'm like, no.
Oh, okay, okay, just I won't let you keep going, but just one for my red flag would be, especially somebody young in your age group. Who the fuck is even on Facebook?
Yeah, I mean he about to be 31, so.
I feel like he's still too young to be on Facebook, but okay.
Well, my sister be on Facebook and she's 32.
But your sister does real estate, so that makes sense. That's a space for fucking Facebook.
That's true.
A Facebook is an adult
like
playing ground. Like adults are on Facebook, not somebody in their early 30s. Like, why are you even on it?
Yeah.
Like Facebook was never even probably a thing when social for you.
What?
For you?
I was on Facebook
when?
like shit in high school.
Okay, maybe high school.
All 4 years I was in high school, I was big on Facebook.
Yeah,
I was on Facebook my freshman year in college, and then I started getting on Instagram. So for some people that never got like into Instagram, yeah, they could keep carrying on with
on Facebook. Okay, all right, cool. But so what was his? I guess my next question would be, what was his purpose of posting that? It says social media. If
that
social media, because I'm gonna tell you why I listen to my thing is when people say social media isn't a big thing for them.
If it was
if the last
funny,
5 people, I don't give a fuck. If the last 5 people you met was off of social media, social media is a big deal.
No, okay. So here's my thing. Had he posted something that like he can't relate to and it's literally just funny, or like I could read it and I'm like, why the fuck would he say that? But I'm like, okay, I could understand, like it's just something to post. That was personal. For you to say that was personal. So you disrespected me and you knew it was personal to what you think, like your thoughts. He didn't understand that. So again, yes, I understand like when people say Facebook doesn't, or social media doesn't matter and stuff like that, because I'm one of those people, but it depends. It depends on what content you're putting out when you're in a relationship. When I'm single and you're single, you can post whatever the fuck you want. I'm not going to judge you. But when you're in a relationship, there's certain things I'm going to be like, why are you posting that and you got a girl? Like, or I'm not going to post certain things because I got a man. Out of respect. That's just strictly respect. Then I felt like he didn't have respect, and he chose not to see it that way because he said, I already told you I don't take social media serious. And that's when I realized you're not understanding me. Like, you're choosing to run with what I'm saying instead of actually understanding why it hurt my feelings. And I can never be with someone that doesn't understand me, that isn't taking the time to actually be like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Let me adjust that. Instead, it was like, you're nagging. No, the fuck I'm not. You disrespected me. So...
Okay, I mean I get it. I honestly, I have never got to the stages of being with that type. My shit don't never go to that far. Like that to me is kind of like retarded. Like that's clear as day, nigga. Like duh. Like what?
Right. So that's what I say when I'm like it's mutual between us, that it was a mutual breakup. But like the guy before him, it was definitely me. But it's because he went crazy on me. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that forever. Like,
do you get why a nigga would get crazy behind you?
No, I don't. I honestly don't, because I'm so open. I'm very honest. I'm the type of person, because I need reassurance. I reassure every partner I'm with. I let them know what I'm doing, where I'm at, and I'll be like, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to hit you in a second. I give you no reason for you to even have speculation. So why are you getting crazy? Why are you so territorial over me if I've given you no reason? And that just goes for me. Like, I don't carry relationships like that. So why are you carrying it that way? We're not compatible. That's that. Like, if you're gonna get attitudes with me and argue with me if I choose, like, here's an example with the guy prior to him. It was around this time last year. He had got mad at me because we had seen each other every Thursday and every other weekend, because that's when I don't have my daughter, right? And so I had forgot that my best friend's boyfriend had bought me and her some tickets to go listen to Snow Allegra. She had came to Maryland. Completely forgot about it. And so it was Veterans Day. Yeah, it was Veterans Day. And that's in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Veterans Day. And that was the night of the concert. And so I had told him, I was like, yeah, because it's Veterans Day, I could come see you. My mom's off. She'll watch my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then my best friend had wrote me and was like, hey, girl, what are you wearing to the concert? I said, oh, shit. Like, I forgot the concert. So I wrote him not even 2 hours later. And I said, hey, babe, you know, my bad. I forgot that I had planned to go to this concert. Like, her boyfriend Ben bought us this tickets months ago. I'll see you on Thursday. It was a Wednesday. I was going to see him the following day. Did not talk to me the rest of the day. What the fuck are you mad for? And then once I told him, I was like, you have no reason to be mad. He goes, I just feel let down. Like, I'm seeing you the next day. I'm seeing you the next day. Why are you mad at me? Can you explain that? Because that sounds like insecurities. You're fucking mad at me?
Yeah, that's...
And then he goes, well, you're choosing your friends over me. I'm like, I literally, at that point, I had never hung out. Like, once I had met him, I gave all my time to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my very first time hanging out with any of my friends. And you know that's a lot for me, because I love my friends. Mm-hmm. Like, they're sisters to me. That was my very first time hanging out with my friends.
One, can I shout out your friend's boyfriend for finding a way not to go to the store like for concert? He's a smart nigga. I just want to shout him out first. That was the smartest move.
Yeah, because he knew she loved her, and he was like, I'll pay for you.
Yeah, I don't want to go hear that shit myself. I'm not mad at him. I just wanted to shout him out for that one. But that other nigga you're talking about, that's I get when blatant shit like that, I get those type of insecurities will fucking piss anybody off. Yeah. That's gay and that shit is corny. Like, and I just can't relate to those things. And I'm sure the most average man listening to this probably like, yeah, that's kind of fucking weird. Like, nigga, pull your fucking skirt down.
You'd be surprised. A lot of guys are like that. That's what I mean when I say insecurities. I don't mean insecurities like you see me at a fucking club and you don't feel some type of way. You have every reason. Or like, let's say I was dealing with someone, I was in a relationship right now, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to come record with you, and they felt some type of way. You have every reason to feel that way, because it just makes you feel a little uneasy. I'm not gonna
any nigga listening to this, you should feel some type of way. You should be very insecure, I promise you. But go ahead. If I'm a nigga, I would be the same way. I'm just being honest. I get it. It makes absolute fucking sense. I would absolutely be like, nah, it's not. Can I come? And shout out to the women who came and bought their nigga with them. I'm not mad at them. Play tag along,
but honestly, it makes sense. And that way, like, I'm not gonna call you insecure. I'm gonna say you have valid reason, and it's not because you don't trust me. It's just like boundaries. It's just, of course, and boundaries.
You may not just trust other niggas. I get it.
And that's fine, and that's okay. So when I say insecurities, I mean like you have literally no reason to be insecure. Like, for instance, I went to Nando's with my friends to eat lunch. Why the fuck are you mad about that?
Damn, I forgot about Nando's. They got some fire ass chicken. Their chicken. They had no. Like, listen to me.
It is good.
They're like, niggas know I stand for fucking Sylvester's. I can eat that shit every day. I damn near do.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Listen to me.
No, disgusting that you eat it every day.
Nando's is fucking it.
Yeah, I love Nando's too. But that's my point. Like, what you have literally, like, the environment isn't for you to feel uncomfortable. The people I'm with isn't for you to feel uncomfortable. The time of day isn't for you to feel uncomfortable.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think does it rely on, if you don't, like, do you feel like it's because do you think it has to do with, like, maybe the sex level that you may put on nigga? You may have, like, some of that Erykah Badu type of shit going on for yourself. Do you feel like that may be it? I don't know. I'm just asking, like, do you feel like when the Meg and Cardi shit come on, you relate a little bit too much? I mean, I don't, because I'm trying to figure out what level of what makes a nigga, like, that to me, you explaining those two scenarios right there is kind of like,
I don't
What
give a
the
fuck.
fuck
It's
is
not a
wrong
reason.
with
It's
you?
not a reason. It's not a reason. I'm very sexual and I'll please my man, but that's not a reason. Because if a guy, I've actually never been like dick whipped ever in my life.
Shout out to all the women who have. I know I don't serve that type of dick, but go ahead. I just don't.
Okay, I've never been dick whipped in my life, and that's just because I know I'm usually the more aggressive sexual partner. That's usually my role. So no guy has ever put it on me to them being the most like aggressive partner. So I can't relate. Like I don't know what that's like to be like crazy off of somebody based off of their dick game.
So you just like, oh, what's pops? Pussy don't whip me. I whips pussy.
Pretty much.
I ain't mad at you. Shout out to you.
Pretty much. So stupid. But yeah, like the thing is like you have no reason. So that's the type of insecurities that I'm talking about that like is a complete turn off. Like we're not gonna work out. No. I'm very understanding. I'm a very understanding person. So like certain things, like I said, the environment. Like if I was to say, oh, I'm going out to the club with my girls for her birthday, you still have no reason to be insecure because you should trust me, but I'm not gonna get mad at you if you feel some type of way. I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'll be like, okay, well, I understand. All I can do is reassure you, text you throughout the night while I'm at the club, like maybe send you videos or pictures so that you know, like it's literally harmless. I'm just going to like.
Okay, I got a question for you because you say I heard you say that a couple times. Do you feel like that's going out of your way? Like, do you have to do that much?
You do.
For real?
You absolutely do. I think reassuring someone is part of a successful relationship because it doesn't allow their mind to wander. It's like everybody, as much as you want to say you don't need reassurance, you do. And it could come in the littlest ways. Like it could literally be like you saying good morning every morning a certain way and then you say good morning a different way one time. Their mind is gonna wander, and now you need that reassurance.
You all right, bro. You all right? Because I do agree with that. I do agree with the lazy good morning shit. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm 100% me, and that could be just me, my ignorance and my fucking narcissism or whatever else where I don't need.
Don't say you're a narcissist.
I don't want to. Those are one of those words that I probably just listen to too much of a podcast.
Yeah, don't say you're a narcissist. That's the worst thing a man can be.
But I have an ego where I don't give a fuck about those types. I don't never feel like I don't need those reassurances.
You think that, but I'm telling you, it's the smallest things that you just will start thinking, like you said, a lazy reply. Your mind is gonna.
That
wander.
To me will be more of a lazy, like a lazy reply will be more of a fucking a triggering thing to me than you going out all the time with your friends.
Right, but that's still reassurance. That's what I'm saying. The littlest things, every person needs reassurance, and it comes in different forms. So, like you said, the lazy reply. If she's to reply to you like horrible one day, your mind is gonna wander. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But you know the crazy thing is,
But if she was to write you later on that day, my bad, babe. This is what went on today. That's reassurance.
Yeah.
To let you know this is why I had that.
Okay. When you say it like that, I do agree. But then again, I think it goes with it's just like I think all that plays on how often are we seeing each other and how often are we having sex. And don't get me wrong, and to be honest, I may not even care if we don't even have sex that often. But when we do have sex, if it's that fucking like OD nasty, I may be ignorant to again where I don't give a fuck about a lot of shit you do.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't feel like you're that nasty or like you're just not giving like, especially if you're not one of these people like every time I look on your Instagram, you're one of them women who are selling sex damn near. Mm-hmm. And when I say not actually like, hey, it costs you this much to fuck me, but everything is over sexualized on your social media. If I don't feel like you're one of those type of women and I feel like when we get in the bedroom, you're just a super fucking cold-blooded freak, I probably won't think about like a lot of the other shit won't even like go across my mind. Like I won't feel like I don't need to know your every
again move. We're talking about relationships though, like when you're in a legit relationship. And what I'm saying is that you said you feel like you wouldn't need reassurance. What I'm saying is everybody needs reassurance in the smallest ways, and that's what people fail to realize, that that's one of those things, a component of a relationship that you need in order for it to last.
Listen to me. I'm going to take notes because you've been in more relationships than me and you date more than me. So, and you probably had way more successful relationships than I have. So I'm taking notes on that. I'm gonna put that on one of my to-do lists for like reassurance. Like you should be able to. Do you feel like
I just don't want you to think like if a girl was to be like dating you and she was to say, you know, you're off today, is everything okay? That's her way of asking for reassurance instead of you shutting her down. Like, I don't feel like talking to her. She needs that, because now at that point, once you don't respond to her and be like, I don't feel like answering her, she's gonna emotionally start pulling back. And that's how shit falls apart, because a woman starts pulling back, then the man realizes the woman's pulling back. He started pulling back. She decides she wants to work on the relationship, but he already started pulling back, and it's just from that point.
Okay, who do you think is worse to reel back in after motherfuckers start pulling back from each other? Who's more stubborn to not allow themselves to be pulled back in?
The man.
For real?
Yeah, absolutely. Once the man starts falling back, he's falling back. There's no going back. Once the woman starts falling back, you can do things to draw her back in. Because usually, if a woman's falling back, it's because you've done something. It's not like, oh, I'm just falling back just because. It's because you did something that she doesn't agree with. So even if she might not express that to you, if she sees, oh, it was just a one-off, like he's not doing that no more, you can start drawing her back in. A man, once he gets turned off or like decides that this isn't the person for him, you cannot change his mind.
Damn.
It's true.
No, you probably, I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to say you probably are right about that. I just wonder, like, I do think communication, I do think communication is fucking key. And I do think realistically, for just the sake of the dating pool for people, I do think closure is key for everybody, because it's just like, because realistically, like you said, just even the reassurance of like what you just said, like just to make sure shit is reassured. I do feel like not necessarily even apologizing, even if you could sit here and say, hey, this is why why we fell off, or it wasn't you, it was me, and this was really why it was me. Don't just tell somebody, because I feel like that's the most overused, I'm not in the place, I've got a lot going on. That's pure bullshit. Explain to the person what you really had going on so they can be like, give somebody a legit reason, like, hey, this is what I was going through at this time. And maybe if it's too much in your business and you don't want to tell them, then cool, you don't have to say that, but you can kind of like give them a quarter piece of what you were going through, so they can just mentally be like, that may help them move on with dating. And most people are so fucking, and this is when I feel like everybody is a little narcissistic, where it's like nobody gives a fuck on how somebody goes on moving forward in their dating life.
Agree.
Even if it's just dating, because for me, just of recent, I don't know what, I probably do know, but I just made sure, like, I started to just send fucking text to motherfuckers just to be like, hey, are you alive? How are you doing? Whatever the case may be, I just want to say hey, because it's just like, I don't want to be the person who fucks up somebody else's fucking date and moving further.
But you also can't look at it like that. You can't, because you got to put your feelings first, because 9 times out of 10, that's great that you do that, but 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to put your feelings before theirs.
I mean, that's cool. And I'm not mad at that, but I feel like...
But I'm saying you shouldn't... I mean, that's nice of you, but like, you're thinking of other people's feelings a little too much. Dating is a cold world. Period.
But I don't want to add on to that shit.
But it is.
Because I want to see motherfuckers get married. I want motherfuckers to be happy. I hate the word toxic. I don't know where it came from and why it's just such a... I feel like people are happy that they're toxic.
That's disgusting.
But when you see people post that, even the Just LA boy shit, and I see women, I'm toxic. I love this guy. This is me. This is like, search this nigga name on Twitter. I do it because I see how people respond, that they're happy they found this page.
Well, that's weird.
That's a lot of them.
That's fucking
just search his name on Twitter. I swear to God.
Don't ever deal with a woman that's okay with being crazy or okay with being toxic. That's weird. We're way too fucking grown for that.
But just that, I feel like that's the dating pool here. And I even feel like, even just when people brag on ghosting motherfuckers, that's something that I wouldn't like, just me now. And even if I felt like I ghosted somebody, I promise you in the last week or two, I made sure that I just sent some form of text to be like, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? Boom, boom, boom. In the case
that's still ghosting though, because I'll do the same thing too. If I ghost someone, I'll still check on them. I still ghosted them though in a relationship sense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take away the fact that you ghosted them in that way.
But I think you and me probably, where we're different is, you probably ghosted people you actually talk to. I just may have somebody that I may have just fucking
had sex with.
Even maybe might didn't even have sex with. Was just fucking like, hey, kicking a boat, just saying what's up, checking on them on a day-to-day basis, and just.
Then that's not ghosting. That's your friend. Ghosting is when it's in regards to
sex.
No, not sex, but a person you're actually dealing with. If this isn't a person you're actually dealing with, and that doesn't include sex, that's giving time, spending money, going on dates. Like,
okay, so can I ask you a question? Is this a proper closure? Can you just tell somebody like it's just me and that's it? Like the vibe is off. It's just me. I can't do it.
Yeah, I think that's proper because
that's closure. You feel like that's closure, or that's just bullshit?
You don't owe anybody any explanation. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into with dating. At least for me, I know what I'm getting myself into. At least if you tell me you're not interested, that's all I need to hear. You don't need to tell me why you're not interested.
For real? I'm a kid. I need to tell me, please.
Why do you need that information? Is it to better you as a person?
Of course.
But you might just not be their type, and there might not be anything wrong with you. Like, for instance, if I'm dealing with someone, I'm like, the chemistry is just not there. What can you change about it to make chemistry there? You can't. Like, it's just you don't need to change as a person.
Okay, can I ask you a question? So you don't think chemistry is something that can be?
No, you cannot force chemistry.
No, you can't force chemistry, but chemistry takes time. And the only reason why I say that, you say no, but every nigga who listening, sports is a perfect example of that. A nigga who get traded to a team in the mid-season, it may not work in that season, but the next season we come back and win the championship.
That's not the same.
Why ain't it? Because we had to learn how to pass each other the ball. We had to learn how to, when you going to sag off and I'm going to pick up on that defensive play.
Chemistry is something you feel off back. Like, that's one of those things where it's like you get that spark in you. Unless you're friends first, but if you're going straight in dating, chemistry is something you feel off back. Like, think about it. How many times have you dated where you're like, yeah, I'm not taking you on another date? Because it just wasn't there. So what? You're going to tell her, hey, so this is exactly what you did wrong. But that doesn't mean she's a bad person. She just wasn't for you. She don't need to change anything. She just didn't meet. Like, y'all just didn't have that spark.
Okay, but I've had this conversation before. Do you think people go into shit with too much expectation? It's just like, perfect example. Let's use Chris Brown, for example. If Chris Brown say he's dropping an album tomorrow, you already have expectations on what it should sound like.
Yes.
And if it don't sound like that, does it necessarily make it a bad album? Because you may go back and listen to it a month from now and be
but you're proving my point. It doesn't make it, so that doesn't make the person a bad person. Like, just because the chemistry is not there doesn't mean they need to change anything about themselves. The chemistry was just not there. So why do I need to explain to you what I feel like you did wrong? But that might not be wrong for the next person. It just wasn't for me. So me telling you it's just me is literally me saying our chemistry ain't there. It's me realizing like I can't fuck with you. You did absolutely nothing wrong. We just aren't compatible. Like, what do I need to say more than that? If it's a talking situation, like where me and you are talking for months, or we're getting close to dating, and I decide I don't want to be with you, then yeah, I do think at that point I should be able to tell you what exactly is going on through my mind, like, and why I feel like we should.
So put the time frame on it where you feel like it's a need to explain, and when it's not.
I'm not going to put a time frame because I could feel like I want to be with someone after 2 weeks. So I'm not going to put a time frame. I'm going to go based off of the amount of time you put into a person.
So 72 hours.
If I've...
A pure conversation.
You can't even talk for 72 hours. How can you talk for 72
You're
hours?
Fucking crazy. You just said 3
weeks.
Sleep.
You got to sleep.
3 weeks? 72 hours is possible. Think 10 hours, 7 days is 72 hours, 70 hours. That's possible. You can do it. I'm sure you can do it.
Well, you said in 10 days. 72 hours.
Yes.
Oh.
So that's what. But listen, listen to what I'm saying. Yeah. After, let's say we've been talking for a month.
Okay.
5 hours a day.
Okay.
3. How many? We might be like what? 1,500 hours.
It would be all day if we're talking for a month. It just like texting at least all day, and then
and then phone conversations for 3 or 4 hours.
Out a month, I think that a person 100% deserves an explanation.
On why it didn't work.
Yeah, like the thing is that you got to realize. Everybody is different. Sometimes it takes for you to hurt somebody to be like, damn, I don't want to do that again. But if nobody's ever showed you like you really fucked with them, you're not going to think you're doing something wrong. Like, you have to actually be able to know like what I did was wrong for me to change it. I was ghosting people, and it literally took this year, end of this year, for me to be like, let me go ahead and reach out and say why I was ghosting.
What made you what was your
because I got so hurt by my last situation, I would never want to put that pain on nobody else. And who am I to dictate what pain I'm giving people? I don't know. Like, they could have felt exactly what I felt. I don't know that. And I don't want that on my conscience to know that I could ever put that pain on anybody. But not everybody goes through that.
Of course, So maybe that one of my reasons why. Like I said, these fuck. I'm telling you, COVID has eventually. At first, I was just he kicking. Okay, we finessing the government and all the cases may be, and then like the more this shit, like God damn, Sam. Like it just, I feel like just the last month and a half, it just started kicking in extra hard. I was just having that moment where it's like, nah, Mo, like this shit ain't it. You need to like just double, even if it was no sex involved, even if it was just I just took your intellectual property for a few fucking days and weeks during COVID. I want to double check and make sure. Hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
How was fucking COVID treating you?
I mean, I think I definitely do think it depends on the conversation, the time spent. If y'all can,
because even if we were just hanging and we didn't fuck, I still want to make sure that like.
But if y'all was hanging and there was no intimacy to it, then it's just a friendship. That ain't nothing. See, I think it depends on how you look at it. If you could be holding more weight to something than what it actually is.
Okay, so what if I just let him give me some head? I still feel like I owe them.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna just say I do. You might not take it. You might not take it that deep, but I'm gonna take it that deep.
If a guy literally just ate me out, thank you. On to the next. What? It has to be some type of emotions involved, and her giving you head is no emotion. Why do you feel like you need to owe her explanation? And on top of that, she should know what she getting herself into. If it's no conversation, she just give you head.
What if it was conversation to lead up to the head? Maybe she didn't.
What type of conversation though? Was it like a conversation like I like you type shit?
No, it might have just been
just friendship.
It could have maybe just been like deep, like conversation. It may not have been deep, like emotional conversation, but deep.
You know the difference between emotion. If you feel like she
bro,
was
listen, let's be realistic. COVID conversations are deeper than just regular conversations,
and that's fine. But you can feel the room. You can tell if she's feeling you. So if she's feeling you, you're not feeling her, and she gives you head.
Again, my ego. I feel like 90% of the women that if I'm having those conversations with, they have some, especially.
So then that's why you feel the need
to
explain to them. Whereas for me, if a guy was literally just to eat me out, I'm gonna assume you just sexual because as men are, you just want to fuck me. If I feel like we didn't have conversations, it felt like friendly, even if it was deep, because I could have deep conversations with people and have no feelings with them. Like it's just me. I like to talk. I like to pick people's brain. And I feel like it was literally just a friendship, and you came over, we got drunk, you ate me out, and I never talked to you again. Okay, I'm sorry. What can I potentially say?
What the fuck is wrong with this?
Hey, how are you? I'm sorry that you ate me out and that things didn't work out between the two of us. I hope you have a great day. What? Like, what can I possibly say to that? Thank you for the head. What can I say to that, honestly?
See, when you say it like that, you make it seem like it's nothing. But I just
That's what I'm saying, because you know that your ego, like you said, you know these girls be liking you. I know that men just want to fuck me. So we are on. So
I think it's different for women and men. 100%. I do think it's different for women and men.
Which is probably why we get comfortable with ghosting, because we think that men aren't just want to fuck us, whereas for you or like men in general that are actually giving their time, they're like, you're ghosting me after I gave you my time. But for us, we're looking at it as just another guy. Like you just wanted to fuck me.
I can agree with that, but then I would just say for just the women who listening, because I do feel like ghosting for women is more of a higher thing. Ladies, just be careful with just because you fucking up the dating pool for the next woman after you.
Yeah. Like,
because I'm the type of nigga where it's just be like, let's say if I really put effort into trying to get you, and then it's just like it doesn't work, and then it's just gonna be like now the next woman I deal with, I'm gonna half-ass it, and I shouldn't do that to her, but realistically I am.
See, that's men. That's what sucks, because at least I can speak for me and the girls I know. We don't let no one determine how our future.
Because do you think realistically men probably, who do you think carries, I guess, their baggage from their last relationship more, women or men?
Men.
So that's my point. Because I know for a fact, my tricking days are way behind
me. You're not tricking on nobody?
No.
Since when?
Since forever. Like it's been at least it's been at least a solid at least 2 years.
Interesting.
And I have even on like even small shit that I probably would use. I don't know if I can judge it because it's been COVID, but it's just small shit to just be like, I feel like I'm almost tired to the point where it's just like, bro, I don't even give a fuck. Like, and I'd be making it a joke of like oh, I don't want to date because of the holidays. I am, and I'm being super cheap, of course. But that goes along with, again, just the trigger shit, because it's just like, I'm tired, bro. I don't want to buy nobody shit for Christmas or Valentine's Day. I'm over that shit right now. And it just be like, because of just the past shit. And it's just be like, that shit is hard to shake. It's just like, because I know me personally, if I'm fucking you, if I start fucking somebody tomorrow and we're fucking every day until Christmas, I'm going to feel like a shitty ass nigga if I don't get you something for Christmas.
Well, that's nice. A lot of men don't feel that way.
Yeah. So it's just different. So I just rather avoid it because I'm not a fan of half-ass dating somebody.
You got to realize though, like coming from me, like me talking to you right now, you're at a point where you're looking for something. You're not wasting your time. You know, like you don't care about just fucking anymore.
Of course.
A lot of guys aren't like that. Like a lot of guys are like, well, at least if I can't do this, I can get some pussy out of this. You know what I mean? Like you're past that. So most men aren't. So we're conditioned to what most men are like. Just like most men are conditioned to how girls are. So when they deal with somebody like me who really doesn't give a fuck, who actually communicates, doesn't like getting in arguments and stuff, they don't know how to act. When you deal with a woman, she's going to assume you're just like how other guys are and doesn't think to like make sure you're good, doesn't care to ghost you because every other guy didn't really care. Yeah,
that shit sucks. Like that shit really sucks. And it just again, for me, when I look at it and I just keep thinking of just like how the dating cycle continues and me just being a man, even doing a podcast, and then women feel like, okay, the more I keep listening to this nigga, well, I feel like, hey, this is my friend now. Let me tell him why I think women shouldn't spend money on or save a broke nigga or shit like that. And women tell me different stories and it just be like, damn, it's just that cycle is going to continue because that good woman now is half-assing the next. She may miss out on the next good nigga because she's half-assing because the last nigga she dealt with wasn't shit. And she tried to help that nigga. She gave him numerous times to get over and then it just, it didn't pan out in her favor.
Right.
And the same way for niggas, it's just like, all right, how many more fucking Ruth Chris dates am I going? How many more fucking Del Frisco? And then it's not working.
Mm-hmm. You shouldn't start with those nice restaurants.
I'm with you, but I'm not with you.
Why ain't you with me?
Cause
let me give y'all game.
Go ahead.
No, on some real shit. And this is just based off of women that are like good women. A good woman is gonna appreciate the effort. And if she doesn't appreciate the effort, she's not a good woman for you if you're trying to settle down. Period. If you were to tell me, as everybody knows, I'm like an interactive type of person when it comes to a first date. If you were to tell me, let's go to Del Frisco's or let's go go-kart racing or paintballing, I'm going to pick an interactive date where I can actually talk to you and get to know you as a person. Not only that, once you start off with the first date, like freaking up here, you got to keep that same momentum. You can't go down no more.
No, I agree. I totally.
And now you're setting yourself up for a woman that's is going to think, oh, even if you do got the bag, oh, he got the bag, I'm a finesse his ass most of the time. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to spend a whole bunch of fucking money on her just for her in the end to not be interested in you. Because why even start off with that? Unless you could really maintain that shit forever.
No. I totally agree with you. And I went down that path, but then it just be like, sometimes I feel like I would be shortchanging you if I don't, because if I know I can afford it, it's just like, why not?
Get to that point though.
You may be right. You may be right.
Listen to me. When I said, why do I deserve a gift for Christmas? You literally, you're fucking. That's not a reason to deserve. Why does she deserve a date? You don't know her. Why does she deserve a date that nice already? Give her something thoughtful where you're showing, one, you're a thoughtful person. You could pick her brain. You could see if she deserves that. Not every woman deserves a nice date. I don't give a fuck if a woman comes at me sideways and be like, I do deserve it. Okay, sis, well, that's great for you, but not every woman deserves a nice date. And I'm telling you that based off of the girls that's been around me. Some of them do not deserve that shit. No. Like, don't give them that. Give them not the bare minimum. Give them something thoughtful that they can't go back and be like, oh, he's cheap because then if it falls through, well, what did he do? Well, he went on a picnic, got me roses. You know, we did X, Y, and Z. When we were talking, I told him I really wanted to see this movie. So then right after the picnic, we went to the movie. And that could be a cheap date for you. But guess what? You left a lasting impression. And if she don't appreciate that, why you want to be with her?
Ladies and gentlemen, she's on fire. Is it the shoes?
So
Mo, you are shooting. This is the space. What's that? What fuck was that fucking NBA Jam? You are on fire right now, and I really want to know, is it the fucking shoes? No, because I totally agree with everything you're saying, and that's maybe even. I totally agree with everything you said, and I'm just still a little torn between, because I am a fan of, like, I do like that the dates where you kind of, especially now, to the point where, like I said, I'm not about to be the fucking life of the party, but when it comes to these, like, we can just talk and we can just have a date where it's kind of just like some fun shit, like Dave and Buster's or any of that type of shit. I'm with it, but I do at the same time. It's just kind of like I still almost like it's that itch in me, like I want to kind of show you something where I can kind of separate myself from the rest of the group. And I think that's why most niggas still try to lead with money or lead with materialistic shit, because they feel like I really like you and I kind of want to separate myself from the rest of the niggas you dealt with or the rest of the niggas who's trying to shoot their shot at you. So if I have the opportunity, I kind of want to make the best of it.
Don't do it the first date. That's all I'm saying. Do it the second date. Don't do it the first date. The first date, see if she's even a good person. Like, see if y'all are even compatible, because it will fucking suck to go to Del Frisco's or Morton's or some shit, drop $200, $300, $400 on drinks and food just to find out, like, why the fuck did I even take her out to begin with? Why?
You're right about that.
At least with the second date, at least you got a gist of her. Usually y'all been texting and stuff after the first date.
Yeah, I'm not, no, this is what I'm saying, but for me, and I might be a little bit different, I'm not even going on a date without at least a text thread over 200 fucking.
Okay, well then that's a little different, but that's you. Most men are out the gate try to like wow you, and then after that, you don't ever see that shit again. And it's like, why'd you do that? Because now I'm expecting, I don't want to go to Olive Garden no more. Now you gotta take me to RPM. You took me to RPM.
RPM is fucking trash.
It's good.
It's
just a little bit of fucking food.
That shit is a little bit of food, and this shit is cold as shit. That shit is trash.
Cold? Mine was warm.
That shit was trash. I went one time, and this is like when it first opened, and it was just like the thing to take the picture right there. That shit was trash.
I liked it. I went in October. I liked it.
Yeah, I probably went like this like at least 2 years ago.
Okay, well then that's different. But still, if you introduce me to some food that like is top of the line, and then you try to take me to something that's not, I'm gonna be a little irritated and I'm gonna be a little turned off, honestly. Like, you did too much. For what? You should have worked your way up to that. The thing is it sucks that I'm saying this because I'm all for girls getting everything out of men. But you're my friend. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna tell you exactly like I would tell any of my guy friends or tell any of my girlfriends. Like in general, like I'm all for city girls up. Like get your shit, get your money and go. Like get your date and go. But in reality, if you actually trying to settle down with a woman, money should not be the objective. Like that should not be the reason why she's staying with you. Like, or you're being with her. Like you shouldn't have to wow her with expensive shit or tricking or whatever. Like
yeah, I mean, I totally I agree with you, and that's another. And I just tell all my friends, bro, stay in the gym. I believe in being universal sexy, where it's just like I just believe in that. Like I want to be like when a nigga be like, oh, all right, I get it. When a nigga see you with a female, you don't never want that nigga to see you out with a nigga and be like, oh, I still got a chance for her. You want to be, when she see you out with a certain nigga, I want it to be with that nigga. He ain't gonna say that I look good, but he get it. He's gonna slow down. Yeah. It don't matter if the nigga, as long as my outfit, which will never be shit, but if it was, I still want to be. It's just certain niggas who are universally handsome men where niggas even get why you're with that nigga. Yeah. And if it's up for fucking debate or fucking it's optional or it's fucking I guess where it's like you can kind of pick and choose this shit, it's just like, all right, well then niggas is gonna always still shoot their shot for like it's a fucking chance. But if a nigga see you out with another nigga, he'd be like, oh, that's a nice looking nigga. Niggas just be like, all right, well, I'll wait until that nigga fuck up and then I'll shoot my shot again.
They would still try.
And those are niggas who are retarded, and those are the niggas who be just in bitches DM all the time and just their shit be on scene and nobody never respond to them. Those are the stupid ass niggas who just waste their time. Like, bro, I'm not taking a bad shot. If I'm shooting my shot, I'm going to make sure it's a good fucking shot.
It's true. So you know your competitors.
Of course. I'm not blind. Like, I know John Wall is a hell of a competitor. And I'm going to always say this. I'm happy as shit that he got traded.
How tall is he?
Fuck how tall he is. How rich is he?
No. How tall is he?
Maybe like 6'5", 6'6".
Oh, competitor, yeah.
But not even that. He's fucking John Wall, and he's rich as shit. Like, his name alone is a competitor. I don't give a fuck if he was fucking 5'3".
I know a couple girls that he's fucked.
Of course, he's a real live competitor. He was a competitor for niggas. Niggas is happy. Russell Westbrook is happily in love. Russell Westbrook has a kid. Russell Westbrook loves to play basketball. I'm happy. It's certain that okay, he's not a competitor. He's here to play basketball, not here to fucking take out bitches. I'm here with that. You feel me? So it's just certain shit that as a nigga, you have to just be realistic with yourself. And I feel like a lot of men aren't realistic. But again, I do always, even with these conversations, I just want to kind of like, even if we're triggering one person or two people's brain to fucking change the way they date and move with people, these are the conversations I feel like motherfuckers need to have and people don't have with each other because it's just like, again, it's I'm the city girls. And most women realistically ain't you JT before she was a city girl. And you want niggas to fucking...
JT is cute now.
You seen that picture that's floating around.
No, I remember a while ago you used to be like, I don't understand why people think JT is cute. You think she cute now?
I still wouldn't choose her as my favorite city girl.
Okay, but you think she's cute now? Because you thought she was not cute at all.
Yeah, especially... But have you seen... Did you see the picture that's recently floating around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think she's cute now?
Now.
Okay.
But a lot of women want niggas to treat them like the old JT and not the new JT. Like, and they ain't there yet. So it's just be like, those are certain things that I just kind of like, I think
y'all gotta be a little more picky, just like we're a little more picky with girls if you want something serious.
No, you do, because realistically, I wouldn't want to be caught in public with a shithead and then you see me like, oh, this, or even up under certain women's shit, because eventually it may, like, you may not follow, but one of your friends may follow and be like, oh, that thirsty ass nigga's always up on all the bitches on my timeline picture. And I know women say that shit. And I be trying to tell niggas like, bro, you better relax with your name being up under every joke. Like, it's cool. And that's why me and my friends have a group chat where it's like, it's women that we'll like, but we're not going to like their picture. We'll just send it so niggas can see it and we can talk about it. But we don't have to be up under her comments. We don't have to say nothing. We don't have to like the picture. Okay. We can just, as men, we can have a conversation about it, but nobody don't never got to know outside of us that we like this woman. Because imagine if I'm up under every popping IG girl joke. You following at least 3 of them. So
that's fine though. When it's like those type of girls.
Wow, because them bitches ain't even real celebrities.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't care. You're never going to be able to reach that. So unless I know you're able to reach that, that's the only way. But I'm like, you got 1.5 thousand followers. You got not even 2,000 followers. And she got 300K, 400K followers. You're not gonna put all them damn responses. I don't give a fuck if you like her picture or comment on it. I don't care. It's not gonna be thirsty to me.
But you think a little bit different from the average woman. It's a lot.
Some women who like will be a girl who's just like from the DMV, and it's like she got the same amount of followers as you too, and you liking every single one of her pictures. I'm gonna be like, you better thirsty. You fucking thirsty. Because I wouldn't want to be judged if I'm liking a fine ass man's picture.
It's different for men though, because it's just like, it's only like maybe celebrity men. It's on probably only 5 niggas that we understand.
Celebrity, or like what if they're just like Instagram?
There ain't no such thing as
there is. There is. I can show you somebody right now.
Wait, just like an Instagram fine nigga? Mm-hmm. Nobody cares about him though. He don't make money like these bitches make money.
He's fine. I'm sure he's making some type of money.
Okay, the difference between a fine ass Instagram woman and a fine ass Instagram man. The fine ass Instagram woman 9 times out of 10 is gonna get fucked by a basketball player or a football player or a rapper or some nigga who's rich. A fine ass Instagram nigga is just gonna be fucking a regular ass bitch.
That's true. Right, so he has the potential to fuck your bitch.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you're right. You're absolutely right when you say that. So, have you ever been to, or even wanted to go to somewhere where, what is this shit called, like a mixology date?
I wanted to, but I've never been. Mm-mm.
Is
what?
Have you, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, okay, you said you've never been to one of those little, is that a thing though? Is that like a cool little date jump?
I mean, yeah, that would be legit. That's fun. Like, especially if the girl's into drinking. Hell yeah. I've just never been. I don't even know if there's any around here. Usually it's excursions where you do that, like when you go out the country. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so question. When is it okay for a man to look for a woman to do luxury shit for them in a dating process.
What you mean? Like they go out their way and buy you some
designer, or even take me out on a fucking Del Frisco's or expensive ass date.
You should never expect that.
Never?
Don't expect it. No, don't ever expect it. Because a man is always supposed to court a woman. That should be, if you choose the right woman, she gonna go out her way on her own. Like, don't ever expect it. I mean, a woman shouldn't really expect it from you either, but a man is responsible to court a woman, not the other way around. What? Don't ever expect me to fucking take.
You never want to Dior me? You're never proud of me to proud of me?
I mean, like, I've gotten, like...
What's the most expensive thing you ever bought a man?
A Gucci wallet. And that's the most expensive I'm going. I've taken guys on, like, nice dates.
And that's probably not expensive because a pair of Jordans is probably the same price as a Gucci wallet. Yeah,
the wallet was, like, $500.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah.
I thought it was like $200.
No, it was like $480 or something. But that was my man. I didn't mind that. But that's out of the kindness of my own heart. I'm like, I want you to be in something nice. Like, or I want you to put your money in something nice. Especially if I see your wallet beat the fuck up. Like, okay, I'm not going to just buy you a freaking wallet from Michael Kors. Like, if I'm going to buy you a wallet, I got to buy you a wallet.
But, okay, so just look at how you... Okay, it was a nigga relationship with.
And not only that, it was out of the kindness of my own heart, and that was me being thoughtful. I saw he needed a wallet, so I bought him a wallet. It just, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to buy my man a cheap wallet. Like, I'm going to get him something nice. But to expect it, if he would have been like, oh, babe, why did you get me this Michael Kors? You should have got me I would be like, oh, you got me fucked up.
But I don't think, if you would have got a nigga Michael Kors wallet, he would have been happy with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because it's so fucked up that niggas are never thinking a woman is just going to, oh, boo, I seen these Dior's. I thought these was going to look sweet in your size. That's never going to happen.
Girls would do that.
Yeah, where they at? Them motherfuckers is hard to find.
Come on. But you know what? That's why I'm in the situation I'm in, because I've never had a man spoil me ever. And I've never been like, it's never been an issue to me until more recently. I thought about it. I was like, damn. I was like, I'm so fucking down to earth and understanding that no guy ever.
Your pussy. I said it earlier. You're mismanaging it. See, because it's just we're it's just like.
It's just that I don't ever want to be not a good person.
No, and I'm not saying that you don't have to be a good person, but then again, I think this is where I feel like, if we're going into 2021, I feel like this is how the dating pool goes. A woman like yourself who deserves the fucking world, and a nigga who most niggas who have ran out their gas, when they get to you, if they have actually tried to pursue more than one woman, and y'all close to the same age, or he's been dating women close to your age, 9 times out of 10, that nigga's already gassed out, and that's not gonna be fair to you. And then you're not looking for it, so it's just like you're not demanding it, so it's kind of like he's half-assing, and then when you hindsight look at it, like, the fuck did I really get out of this relationship besides a fucking heartache and a headache? Like, what the fuck did I really get? And then it's just like, now you may have some resentment where it's like, you still may look for love, but then are you looking at that shit for a different type of glass you're looking out of it now? Like, it's like...
No, that's true. That's definitely true. But, I mean...
Because imagine if you got your heart broken and you... All right, well, I got my heart broken, but yeah, I did get this fucking Louis bag and I got a Dior. Am I as upset?
That's so funny you say that, because today I have posted, I was like, that I'm looking for a guy that's like 6'4". I mean, obviously I don't mind. As long as you're over 6 foot. I'm not dating nobody under 6 foot. And this guy wrote me back and was like, how you gonna look for somebody that's that tall but yet you're short? Mad as fuck, he was short. So I said, if I'm gonna get my heart broken, I would rather get it broken by a man that's tall than a short man, because I'm gonna be like, damn, how I let him break my... Just like I would rather cry in a Rolls Royce than a Honda. Like, yeah, now I'm gonna look at it a lot differently with dating. It's gonna be like, I would rather date someone that's gonna break my heart and give me a Louis or a Prada bag than someone that ain't give me shit. Now I'm getting to that point. I just had this realization maybe a week ago. I was like, what the fuck? I have gotten nothing out of any relationship. The only thing I can say is that no man can ever say I was a bad person. Like any
Yeah,
guy.
and then it just be like, but then it'd be like, what the like? Now hindsight looking at it is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I'm the one that's losing out because I'm like, damn, I got nothing to show for none of this shit except for a child, which I love her to death.
But listen to me. But listen to what I'm saying. And the fucked up part about it is, even as a man, I can say the same shit, and it just be like, damn, after this relationship, okay, you've been trying to be in this relationship for however long. I don't want to keep throwing the time out there because I feel like motherfuckers be listening and they just won't tell you they listen. So after you done that, and it's like, what did I get out of this shit? Don't get me wrong, when the memories were cool, they were cool, but then it's just like, after it's all said and done, it's just kind of like if I was a basketball player, I want to play for championships. After it's over, it's like, I want to say that I won something. Like, I got nothing out of this shit besides, okay, some cool memories, maybe some good sex, but then it was just like, all right, I done got some good sex from somewhere else and didn't have to lose shit. I didn't have to go through a heartbreak, didn't have to fucking second guess myself and shit like that. It's kind of like, damn. So it just be like, and that's again why I go to be like, sometimes it just be like, you don't owe anybody kid gloves when you're breaking up with them or you want to separate yourself with them, but it's just like, if you give somebody that, maybe the next time you go through something, it may pan out in your favor differently, because the energy you giving out, now this motherfucker's putting back that same energy. Because if I'm just running over motherfuckers like a speed bump, it's just like I said earlier, it's like, can I ever be mad when a motherfucker ghosts me or a motherfucker like
karma? Yeah,
you feel me? Like, and I feel like I've done it a lot, so I kind of be like, nigga.
So that's why you came up with that question, because I'm like, what? Why would I ever be obligated to get you anything? I should never be obligated to get you nothing. But I understand what you're saying. From the other point of view, like, you put in all that effort, money, time, all of that to get nothing out of it. At least the girls you've dealt with have gotten something out of it when they dealt with you.
Not even just for me. I listen to other men talk, and most niggas be that way. Even if it's not even. Well, okay, let's say most older niggas then. I'm not gonna say younger niggas, because when I was young, I'm not even gonna say that. Because I kind of just
it depends
never
on the
really
it depends on the person that you've dealt with, because there's a lot of men that don't do shit for their women. Like, I'm telling you that now. Like, again, I have been dating like consistently now for 3 years, maybe 4, and I've never been spoiled. And I've dated a lot of people. So that just goes to show you, a lot of men don't do that. Maybe your inner circle does, but they don't lose out on anything. What are they losing out on? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Especially if I gave them my pussy. You lost out on nothing. I lost out. So
yeah, my hat's off to you for not even with you saying that now, I still feel like you kind of really don't give a fuck. You're not moving where it's like, I'm guarding my heart, or I'm guarding my next dating situation. Because I'm sure if you meet some fucking tall fucking nigga tomorrow, I'm gonna just cut it off with the tall nigga. I'm not gonna stereotype whatever your type is. But if you meet some tall nigga tomorrow, you gonna be happy with whatever your flow is.
Yeah, I'm just not. But that's what I'm saying. Not every girl's like me. But that's where it fucks me over, because I'm too understanding. I'm way too fucking understanding. Like, if a guy doesn't do the most for me, it's like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, as long as he's a good person. But then, like you said, at the end of the day, when shit hits south, like, I ain't get shit out of this, like, at all. So, I mean, again, I just realized that last week, where I'm like, damn, I really don't be fucking getting spoiled. And I just be letting these guys do whatever the hell they want to do. And just be like, oh, I get it. And yeah, that's not happening no more. But I'm also the person that will spoil my man. Like, if you my man, I will spoil you. I will take the bill every so often. Where I've also slowed down on that a lot too, because I've realized the more you take on the bill with a guy, the more they expect 50-50. And my father did not raise me that way. I'm not expecting, there is no fucking 50-50. If anyone who follows me knows, I do not play that shit. If I ever live with a man, it's no such thing as no fucking 50-50. I will take care of, I will work, and my money is my money, but your money is my money too. And I'll take care of the kids in the house. Like,
well, okay, so if a nigga lives with you, what's the bill split? What's the bill split, or how much is he supposed to pay?
He would pay the mortgage or rent, and potentially, depending on how many, like, the utilities, how much they cost, and I would pay for, like, groceries and utilities. But typically, a mortgage versus the utilities and stuff, way different. Like a mortgage probably be like, for a house that I want, probably be like $1,700. Utilities every month is all of what, like $300? Yeah, that's nothing. Like grocery shopping for a month, probably another 300. I'm paying 600. You paying 1,700. I think that's fair. I'm taking care of the kids in the house. I'm making sure the house is clean. You are fed. You are getting fucked right. I think that's fair.
I know, I agree with you, and I think sometimes even for me, I think that be the part where my brain is trying to get to there. I think I be ready to speed because that shit. Even for just to say for a man, if I'm living in my own space already, me saving 600 and still spending, I'm already spending close to 17 to live somewhere. Right. I'm saving 600. I'm ready to speed the shit up.
That's true. I can see that. But guys don't think like that. Guys be like I had this conversation with this guy where he was like, nah, like my parents do 50-50. And I'm like, but you already live in a 2-bedroom apartment. You already live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Paying all the bills you pay. It literally would be just me coming in. What more is going to change except for the groceries? And if I said I'm covering the groceries, what exactly is going to change that you need to do 50-50 now? All of a sudden, because I'm here.
Yeah, that part would never register. No it don't make no sense.
But that's what I'm saying with dating and stuff. I know a lot of girls tread lightly with like trying to spoil their man and handling bills and getting them shit and stuff because a guy's mindset will slowly start to change. Like you can handle that. There's so many guys I've dealt with that think that I'm fucking made of money, and I'm like, I'm broke. Like,
do you think that comes with maybe the type of niggas you deal with?
Explain, like I deal with a bunch of different type of guys.
I'm sure most of the I'm gonna put you in a box, and I'm gonna say most of the niggas you deal with are at least college educated.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like those type of niggas, they carry themselves a different way because I feel like they're a different tier of niggas.
I agree with you, and I actually said that to my friend. I think that college guys, so a lot of guys that didn't go to college worked from a very young age. Mm-hmm. You know, they didn't go to school. They were literally trying to pay bills and stuff from a young age. So they've already accomplished that like manliness. You know, like they know what it's like to be a man. Whereas a man that's went to college and graduated at 22, went and got his master's, graduated 24, 25, like they've never really knew what it's like to be a man. All they knew was what it was like was to be a boy and party in college. So their first real experience with a woman is either while they're in school and they're both broke, so obviously both people are paying, or it's fresh out of school where the woman is, you know, in a good job just like he is, and it's automatically assumed to be, you can handle your own and I can handle my own. So, I mean, I agree with you. I think that guys that go to college are a lot cheaper with their money and expect that 50-50 shit, because any guy I've ever talked to that, you know, was working from a young age and didn't go to school, they're the ones that have the mentality of like, I need to take care of my home, not the guys that go to college, which is crazy, but I mean that's just what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean the way you broke it down, I think that's it. Like I don't even think there's no other explanations to that. I think that's it. And then only thing I can add to that is most, especially for black men who know that they went to college, because that, especially men who probably even graduated from college and may have even more than one degree, they are in a higher percentile than, I guess, for other successful black women. They're in a different, even if they're not in a different tax bracket, they're still on paper in a different level from just a regular working class nigga who, I don't, because it's a rare thing a little bit.
A guy could get a bunch of certificates and be certified in IT and make over $100K, never went to school, no nothing. So I don't know why they feel that way. Why are you superior to someone else? Someone else could be making way more money than you with no education.
Which of course that's a fact. But then I just just in certain dating pools, I think some niggas know that ain't what it is.
See, I don't agree with that. That's why, but I agree that it is usually college educated men that have that mindset of that 50-50 shit, because I make it known from everybody knows I don't play that. From the very beginning, I'm like, oh yeah, you would be handling the mortgage. I'm not helping you with the fucking mortgage. My thing is what do I need you for if I can handle all my bills and take care of the kids and cook and everything by myself? What do I need you for?
Do you think that is another reason why? Because most women now realistically can do that and do all that shit on their own, and that's why now going into 2021, it's easier for women to ghost niggas, because it's like, what do I really need you for, nigga? I'm doing me already by myself. I already pay all my own bills. I already do all that. I really don't need you.
Yeah, I agree.
So if it's And if I'm not demanding an enhancement off the rip, it gives me more room for me to be like, well, I can pick and choose who I feel like dating with because I really don't need you. So I can be picky on what I want.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's 100% it, because that's how I look at things. Like, what value are you adding to my life? Because I could already do everything on my own. But you also have to tread lightly with that, because a lot of men do get intimidated by that. Even if they don't want to admit it, it gets taken away from them. If a woman can handle everything on her own, a lot of guys are like, well, what the fuck? She could leave me at any moment.
And 9 times out of 10 she do. It's just the truth. It's the fucked up part. Listen to what I'm telling you. The fucked up part about it is, and realistically, a man wants to deal with a woman who can offer all those things and can carry herself a certain way. But the average, any nigga who's listening to this, I'm not even gonna say average. I'm gonna say even fucking rich, poor, whatever. If you date a woman who can really hold her own, just look at her dating patterns. I'm sure 9 times out of 10 she calls most of the shit off. She moved to her own beat of her own drum. So it's just like, yeah, we want a woman who is independent, who got her own shit together. But 9 times out of 10, she just dates crazy.
Because you got to show more than just what you like. You got to show.
I don't think you even allow it though. Just like you said earlier, listen to what you just said. You won't even allow chemistry to build if it's not there off the rip.
I agree. Yeah, 100%.
But
I feel chemistry off. But
I'm 100% positive.
How do you think I date? If I don't feel chemistry, I wouldn't be dating people.
Listen to what I'm saying though. If you weren't in a financial stable part, and just for me knowing you, it's not hard for you to get a job neither.
No.
So with all of that being said, your choice of what you choose to deal with is going to be higher than a woman who let's say a woman who doesn't have as much financial freedom. She may date a lot safer than you do, because she needs that man a lot more than you do.
Yeah, because I don't need a man for shit.
So that's my point. I'm sure there's women out here who really like, maybe just like not struggling, but closer to living paycheck to paycheck, or like and she's not even living above her means.
You never know when someone's living paycheck to paycheck, because I got my own place. You don't know what my finance, and this is where I said, like, some guys be thinking I'm made of money, not realizing the more money you make, the more you
tend to spend. Of course.
So
I think that's everybody.
So like, example, my rent is $1,750 a month. I'm doing it by myself. Nobody knows. I'm not gonna say how much I make, but I could be making well above that, where it's like that's nothing to me. But that could also be within how much I spend, like just enough for me to do that, have some spending money for myself, be able to handle groceries, gas, all of that, where I can't just come out of pocket randomly to do a trip, for instance, because it's like I have to budget for that. So you don't know like what woman is living like paycheck to paycheck just because she got it all together and she handles her money well doesn't mean she has a plethora of it. Like,
but okay, even let's say she doesn't have a lot just to randomly waste, but I do feel like it's just that to me that level of woman just dates a lot more loose. She just kind of just like she date like a young nigga do.
I could see that. I could see that because you're just testing the waters and
and it's just like, okay, well this pool ain't warm enough. Fuck this shit. I'm going to the next one.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that.
And you may literally only give it a one link up, where I'm sure it's
100. For me, I can feel when.
Do you think you ever been wrong?
What? Like how?
In saying that this shit wasn't right, or you just didn't give. Have you ever
the first?
Have you ever just no? Okay, let's say if it's not the first. I don't know. Have you ever, hindsight looking in right now, have you ever said I misjudged a dating situation?
Yeah, two. It was only two. Other than that, nah. I was almost always right. My gut instinct was almost always right as to why I couldn't fuck with them. But just off of chemistry, and when I'm saying chemistry, you feel that off of the first date. I have never been wrong. I've never wanted that person back. If it's been one date and I'm like, yeah, nah, you're not for me. Never wanted them back. I was good off of them. So that's different. That's just me being like, you have to have me attracted to you. You have to be able to stimulate my mind. Like, okay, like, did you ever do the love language test?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so mine was, where's that? Right there. 30% quality time, 27% acts of service, 23% words of affirmation, 13% receiving gifts, 7% physical touch. And everything I'm saying right now is literally saying this to the T. Like, I want quality time. I literally said, if you show me you're thoughtful. Acts of service, show me you're a man. Words of affirmation, talk to me, have good communication. Receiving gifts and physical touch is at the very bottom of it. Like, I know what I want off back from talking to someone because I know what's important to me. Oh yeah, how long have we been?
No, it ain't probably long, but not that long. We'll wrap it up in a second.
We might gotta do part 2.
Yeah, well, we definitely can do a part 2. I know. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'm always going.
Devil's advocate.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm going just even with the chemistry shit. I just don't. I have been to the part where you say it's just off, it's off, but then sometimes I always wonder, like, was it off or was I just in a fucking? Because sometimes I feel like if you're in the wrong space that day, your shit could be off. Or if you wasn't.
That's possible, but I haven't been wrong yet.
All right, we what's the worst place you ever tried to where's the worst place you ever met somebody at and try to take them serious? Like, where's the worst place to pick people up?
A strip club.
Like, you try to, like...
I wasn't the stripper.
No, but I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, I dated somebody that I met in the strip club.
Did the strip club come back to bite you in the butt later?
I should have known that, like, he was very... So he was the type of person that 100% put his friends before me. And I should have known that based off of that night. Like, just how he was with his friends, the environment, like, that's what he was into. Then I felt like when you get serious with someone, that shouldn't be shit you're into. But I should have known. I met you in a fucking strip club. Like...
Oh, so you're not the person. You don't want motherfuckers to put their friends ahead of you.
Yeah, no,
but you...
But I don't put... Here's the difference, though. I don't put my friends ahead of... I bring my man into the situation.
Friends. Okay, I got you.
He was the type where he separated us. Even though I was friends with his friends, because I met him through his friends at the strip club, he separated us. Like, when he would go to, like, pool parties and stuff that his friends were throwing that I knew, he wouldn't invite me.
As he shouldn't.
But I would invite him. When I had a pool party with my friends, I was like, hey, make sure you're free this day. I'm having a pool party. So that's the difference between that. No, I don't mind a man having friends and being with his friends. In fact, I would prefer a guy to have friends so that he can have boy time, because you don't want to be up under your girl all the time. However, don't put your friends before me. Don't cancel plans with me for your friends. Like, especially, like, here's a prime example. We had plans for 4th of July one year, and I was excited. I had found someone to watch my daughter already, because I wasn't going to bring my daughter around his family. I was supposed to meet his whole family. He already met mine. I was, like, very excited. The day before, he goes, we can't hang out tomorrow. I said, why? He goes, because my friend is having a pool party, and I want to be there. Excuse me? That's what I mean by, like, putting your friends, needless to say, it ended after that, but that's what I mean by putting your friends ahead of me. You got me excited to meet your family, and you chose to cancel shit out for your boys, and then not even invite me and say, I know I made plans with you and you already found a sitter and everything, just come through with me. Like, I'm sorry you're not meeting my family yet, but come to the party. You don't even invite me? Nah. That's a problem.
Yeah, all right. See, when you make your points, you make them shit so valid where it's just like nobody can argue it. Yeah, I can't argue that.
You can't.
But I just think that comes with just age and time. Like, that just sounds like a kid.
Yeah. But
like, how old was this nigga? 20 what?
At the time or right now?
Either one, it don't matter.
At the time, he was 26.
Of course.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah. I want to tell every younger woman listening to this, don't start dating serious like when you ready to date niggas closer to their 30s.
Oh, literally this year, for the most part, it's only been one guy that hasn't been 30. Every guy has been 30 and up. I'm not dating nobody under 30 no more. That's done.
Yeah, because it's just like some of that shit, like some of the stories you tell me, I feel like it just sounds like
a kid,
like a young nigga behavior. And I'm not mad at them because that's what I was on. I was probably in the hundreds. I was worse than that when I was that age. But then I don't even know that because when I was even in the throwing parties,
making me feel like a child.
No, not even that. I'm just saying because I think it just depends. And one thing I would say, even when I was younger and I was into throwing parties, not even going because I've never been a party goer. I've been a party thrower. Most women that I deal with just are super aggressive. Like, I'm going. You going out to promote at night? I'm going. You're going to the club. You got a big event. I don't even know. I have never threw a big event, and the woman I was dealing with was not in fucking arm's length.
Right. That's how it should be. But I'm not like that. I'm not.
I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to agree with that. I don't know if that should have been like that, but just maybe they were just smarter. Maybe they were just smarter than I was at the time. Like, all right. That was probably the smartest thing to do.
Fucked up, I'm coming, right?
Yeah, like this shit would be niggas about to be packed on. Yeah, you stay on your shit because I'm here. Now you can't even flirt with none of these bitches you collect. These are dollar signs. But that's realistically, as a promoter, I think that to me probably is one of if like you want to just get your money, that's probably the best way to do it. Like you're in a relationship, now you're not flirting with these bitches. Nah, every is a fucking dollar sign now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, last question before I let you go. Do you feel like you need to always be lusty eyes for your partner to stay in love with them? Like sexually attracted, do you need to always be sexually attracted to your partner to stay in love?
No. So I might be wrong. If there's anyone that's married, you can correct me. I think that after the first couple of years of being married to someone, it turns into like a friendship love. Like it's such a deep love that like you can't live without them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same like love you had when you were dating. So at that point you become a partnership. It's like I can't live without you. We gotta do things to survive the rest of our life with one another. I don't think it's still like your dick gotta be crazy for me to still want you. Now, I do think that it could lead to cheating and shit like that, but for it to work, I don't think you have to still be lusting over them for the rest of your life, because I don't think that that's how marriage works. You eventually turn into a, like, family. Like, that's your family. Do you get what I mean?
No, I totally agree with what you're saying. So, but I guess when I say that, I don't mean, like, the sex doesn't even have to be fire. I'm talking about, like...
Attractive?
Yeah, attractive. Where, like, can a nigga put on 20 pounds and you still look at him the same way if I was 20 pounds lighter when we got in a relationship a year ago?
It depends on if it changes like how you look drastically.
20 pounds probably would. It's gonna look,
I think if you put 20 pounds on, you wouldn't look, you still got the same look. You would just look like you got 20 pounds heavier.
It's probably just showing my face.
But you would still be cute. Like that doesn't change you being, now if you gain 100 pounds, you a whole different looking person. That's a different story. 20 pounds isn't gonna dictate.
Okay, would you say, when would you eventually say something? Because
if you're my husband, I should feel comfortable enough to be like, babe, you putting on some weight, let's go to the gym, and it not be an issue, and vice versa. Okay. If you're my husband,
not even if I'm not your husband, let's just say we're in a relationship. We've been in a relationship for a year, and now we're getting comfortable. And like I said, okay, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about going to the gym as much.
So women are different from men. A lot of women will still find that man attractive because we are personality. We're creatures of personality. Like you gotta stimulate our mind. You gotta be a funny person. A lot of girls be dating some ugly ass men that just be funny.
Bro, listen. With you saying that, I'm not going to lie. Listen to what I'm saying. The fucked up part about it for men, and what make us, and most niggas won't say this, though, we question ourselves so much more when you see women move on to like, or even their past, and they be like, damn, you would put up with all this, and then you giving me your ass to kiss. Like, I've been that. Like, I've been that nigga when I looked at bitches' baby fathers and be like, huh? And bitching you playing big with me, what the fuck are we doing right now?
It's because women we're personality. You could keep us off of your personality, off of having charisma. And you don't have to be attractive to have any type of charisma. You can be charismatic with no type of attractiveness to you. Like, some guys be ugly as hell, fat, like nothing wrong with being fat, but like fat as hell. you know, and have the baddest bitches on their arm. Because they're probably like good people. They're probably funny as fuck. They probably got money.
No, I agree with you. And I think that's, to me, that's one of the, I guess, worst qualities that I wish I would have kind of learned earlier. Learning how to communicate and not lead with money. Because I do agree with you. I do feel like if you really know how to talk and you can charm yourself into...
Yeah, you're charismatic. You're going to win the girl over. So that's what I'm saying. With a marriage, I don't think, if you're still the same person and you gain weight, the marriage will last. She's not going to leave you. If you put the shoe on the other.
But take the marriage part out. Let's keep
even
it in.
Relationship, she's not going to leave you. I'm telling you, she's not going to leave you because...
So how much weight when would you eventually say I need to...
I would never leave my man off of him gaining.
But when would you say something? You would never say nothing?
I would say something when I start noticing it. Like, baby, might slap you in your stomach. I'm like, you putting on some weight. Like, that's probably how I would do it. But I would say something 100%, and I would hope you try to change it. But I could never leave you
because
off of this. No, I would never. That's fucked up. Because how do I love you and I'm leaving you off of you gaining weight? Especially if the dick is still bomb. Like, what am I leaving you for? Just because you put on weight? You're a good person, great sex. If we have kids together, probably a great father if we're still together. I'm gonna leave you off of weight? Like, that's so shallow, in my opinion. But I know men will leave their women off of shit like that because y'all are just people that love sex, and your eyes are easily caught by different things.
But you know what's so crazy? Where I probably will disagree a little bit, because I feel like I never know how much a woman weighs, because I feel like y'all...
we ain't never telling y'all that's dead.
Women have came on here and told me, and I didn't even know that was the weight that they were, because it fits in the right places. I don't know too many women who have just like an OD big stomach and they don't have big thighs or don't have big titties, where it still doesn't, where it's kind of like, I can tolerate the stomach because the rest of that shit fits right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a woman with a huge ass stomach and got little titties and a flat back and all that, wow, like, all right, I feel for you in that one. But I don't know too many women like that.
Yeah, but imagine dating a woman who got a nice ass body, got a little gut or whatever, and then she get comfortable and now her stomach is the same size as her butt and her titties coming out just as far.
I think it's just going to depend on the circumstances. Honestly. Because I've never talked to a woman and be like, you want to go to the gym with me? Like, because I know how much I can lock in when I go to the gym. I'm never going to ask you to come to the gym with me. That's never, like, if you say you want to go, if you say you want to go, I will allow you to go, but I'm never going to ask you to go.
Okay.
There's no woman that's listening to this can ever say I even offered them to come to the gym with me. That they might say, hey, I want to come and work out with you. All right, cool. But just like, hey, you want to start working out together? Oh. Now, if you're asking me, if you're telling me you about to get a personal trainer, I'm like, no, what the fuck you about to waste money for? You can come and work out with me. But I'm never going to be like, I never felt like that. Even as much as I work out, I can still tolerate a woman with a gut.
So listen to what you're saying. This is probably how most men think. They're not going to ever try to offend their woman. So they're not going to say, go to the gym. So instead, it's easy for them to just stop being attracted to them because they're not going to put in that effort to get them back to what they are or what they were. And then they'll see other women that they were like the woman that they was with and end up getting over the girl. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but just for me personally,
like, I think it's men that need to continue to be attracted to the woman. I don't think women need to continue. No,
listen to me. And I might be a little bit different. If I'm dating you and I can figure out a way that you can gain an extra 10, I ain't not gonna be mad, because then I know, like, all right, well, maybe she's not gonna be as attractive to everybody else. If I know the pussy's still torching, you still look the way you look, and you put on an extra 10 so that other nigga don't know that your pussy's torched, and he may be a little bit, but she ain't the Instagram looking junk no more, I'm happy. I'm not mad. I may try to figure out a way to let's keep going out on dates, and I can figure out a way to stay in the gym. You don't have to go to the gym.
That's you. Men are not like that.
When fellas, don't want your woman to look like, the more your woman looks like an Instagram junk, the more her
likely she gonna cheat.
Exactly.
Finished off your sentence for you.
That's a fact. That's just the truth. I don't know why niggas don't realize that. If you're not a thorough enough nigga where niggas are scared to play with you, niggas is gonna be in your girl DM.
guys are gonna be in our DMs no matter what. Even if you
Nah, some niggas value their life a little bit more.
Some, but there's always gonna be that one that don't give a fuck.
And
There's gonna be that couple that don't
he
give
be
a
the
fuck.
nigga that end up getting shot and be like, oh, it was
But-
over a bitch. Look how many niggas get shot over women all the time.
But I guess it also depends on why is a woman telling the guy that, oh, this guy keeps trying to talk to me. Like, why not just block him and move on?
Yeah, she should, but there's some women who don't. Like, some women just like to be messy and like the drama.
Ew, then you don't need to be with them. Ew. That sounds childish.
I mean,
Yeah, that sounds like early 20s.
You might be right, but it's
What?
Yeah, I'm sure that's early 20s.
What the hell? Like being messy, like the drama. Please keep that away from me. Exactly why I don't like dealing with guys with kids.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
That's so weird. The women.
Fuck them kids.
There's so many women that just really feel like that, and y'all have kids.
Yeah. But I think it's also because I know where me and my daughter's father stand. And I know there's no drama. We have an understanding, like, he could date whoever he wants. I could date whoever I want. He would never question my judgment on the people I bring around my child. And, I mean, I'll question his a little bit, but that's just me being the mama, being overprotective of my daughter. I think it might be different if I had a son. But, yeah, I know where I stand. I don't know where a guy stands with his baby mom. Not only that, for the longest, I wouldn't say now, but for the longest, I knew I could get my daughter's father back at the snap of my finger.
And
So that makes me think on the other foot, like the shoes on the other foot.
So
If I could get him back at the snap of my finger.
I'm glad you're honest enough to say that, because for me, I always feel like that. And some women
But
you
you're
can
in
tell.
a secure place, because if you keeping her occupied enough, she ain't never gonna want him back.
Yeah.
I could keep a man as occupied as I want to, and if she decides she want him back, he gonna leave me. It's the other way around for a man. A man is the girl is the one that has the control of that, not the man. So as long as she's not reaching out to him and she occupied, you don't ever got to worry about the baby father coming back in her life. I can keep him as occupied as I want. When she's ready to have him back, he will contemplate: do I go back to my family or do I stay with this woman? I don't got time for that.
That's nuts.
I don't got time for that. So I'm trying to be open to dating guys with kids now, just because I feel like guys with kids understand a little more why I'm not so free. Because when I date men without kids, they want to see me at spur of the moment, want to see me every night. And I'm like, I can't. I'm a mother. Like, I have to find a sitter. You have to let me know ahead of time. Or if we hang out, got to be after she sleep, which sometimes she don't go to sleep until like 10:30 at night. Like, and it's a work night. I'm not going to see you. So, but guys who have kids understand that schedules, like co-parenting and all of that. But ideally, I would prefer to deal with a man that has no child in his understanding. And it's harder. So that makes the dating pool a lot smaller. I have to find a guy that's older than me, tall, black, got a beard, don't got kids. Like, do you understand how many guys? There's barely any guys that are in that, like.
Hey, Mo.
I'm saying off of my type. Okay.
Listen to me. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I always, in my mind, I question a lot of shit. Just because I feel like I've seen too much shit.
But you should question it.
No, because I hate that I have seen so much.
Okay, so like, what's something that off of what I just said, that made you say like you question things?
I always think that the baby mama, baby father door is always open, unless it's just some tremendous trauma in it. If you don't tell me,
and that's another thing. I went through some trauma with him.
So yeah, so of course, so then that to me would just be like, all right, cool,
Yeah.
I can respect it. Like a woman with trauma, with the baby father shit, then I'm never even thinking twice about it.
But I think the woman is the one that holds the key in the relationship, not in that like relationship, not the man. I think it's the woman that could be like, I want you back, and he will stop what he's doing and go back. I think a man could be like, I want you back, and a woman be like,
I mean, of course, but then it just still depends. Like it just depends on the baby father. Like if he's like, what if your baby father is fucking, I don't know, some nigga that played for fucking the Phoenix Suns or something?
Then I'm going back.
Of course.
That's different. But we talking about real life shit, like on a day-to-day basis. Most women you come across aren't gonna have an NBA player as their baby father. They're gonna have somebody that is regular. Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Just for me, I have yet. I don't. It's not. I haven't. Can't say it. I haven't met a woman that makes me just really believe in just the whole dating process. I'm here for it. I'm here to communicate with it because even for me, if it doesn't work in my favor, it makes for amazing content.
That's true. I mean,
my heartbreak probably got me like a 40,000 fucking listen episode. I'm cool with that. So I'm not gonna say I'm cool with it. That's a lie. It hurts, but it still makes for great content.
I see the pain in your face. Blink twice if you need help.
Bro, but it makes for good content though. Like me, like I feel like me. I swear to God, I'm not gonna say what episodes it was, but them shits was hitting. Them shits was slapping for fucking amazing fucking content.
Yeah.
Because it makes it humanizes me to be able to relate and be able to communicate certain emotions that when I'm on my high horse and I'm just swinging my bat 90 going north, I feel like I'm on top of the world and I don't relate to fucking regular people's shit. But when life fucking gives you a dose of fucking humility, that shit makes for great content.
Yeah,
it makes you fucking
true.
human.
I mean,
it makes you be able to some emotions that you didn't have.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with you.
Because even if I was in a happy relationship right now, I might have not asked you some of the repetitive questions that I was asking about dating or getting ghosted and shit like that. Because what if that shit never happened to me? That question probably would never come in my brain. So I don't complain about it, but for the niggas who listen,
you could complain about it, but you could also acknowledge that it gives you good content. Like you could do both. You could complain about it. You have every right to. If your heart was broken, you have every right to complain. But you can also acknowledge the fact that you are where you are because of it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm never going to ask them questions. I'll just stay on the treadmill for a couple more hours to deal with my emotions.
Wow.
I'm just being honest. Like that, I feel like that just is the best way. Like I feel like for men, you have to find a way to level up and make sure that you eventually have to come across that woman's radar again. And sometimes it may just have to be financial. You might financially have to run your bag up like a different tax bracket. Not just a couple thousand. You may have to run it up a couple 100,000 to make her feel your pain one day.
Shit.
Like I'm sure Future's still trying to find a way to make Sierra feel his pain.
Oh, definitely.
It's not going to happen because Russell Wilson is in an elite category of rich nigga. And he's black, but he's such a white man. Like he's black on paper, but he's a white man in heart. Mm-hmm. And he's rich as shit. Mm-hmm. So you're never going to make her feel your pain. In the process, you're gonna make the rest of the bitches feel your pain.
That's the perfect situation, the perfect glow up. Like
for her, of course. Yes. But for most men and women, it's never going to be that.
Yeah.
So for a man, if I was an other nigga and I was Future, I'm gonna find a way to level up. And
it depends. For me, every guy that I have dealt with has always been better than the next in one way, in a certain way that has matter to me. Mm-hmm. Always been better than the next. I have never dated down from a previous person ever. Mm. They have always been. They've had something that was a next level compared to the last person.
Yeah, but that Future and Russell Wilson. I'm sure his mother even can tell him that. Yeah, that one's out of here, buddy. Mm. You're never gonna make her mad. Every time he probably comes on the tabloid, she's happy that she's with Russell Wilson.
Yes.
So it's just, I feel like that one is a little bit different. Where I feel like for the average dater, you just as a man, you gotta find some way. Like if I just like something my men told me a long time ago, if your woman is used to you being a swaggy nigga, you getting some new clothes, never gonna make her feel no way. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to do something that she never seen in you to make her feel a certain way.
I can agree with that.
You feel me? Like it's just nothing like. For a woman who met me a few years ago and I wasn't a talker at all, to listen to people I remember when I first started doing, motherfuckers like, when you started talking? I remember when I first started doing the podcast, that was like a running joke for any woman who really knew me.
That's
it was like,
crazy.
When the fuck did you start talking?
I can't imagine you being a person that can't talk or doesn't talk.
I was him.
That's wild. I've never had a conversation with you where you wasn't talkative ever. That's wild.
Yeah.
Ever.
You just, yeah, okay. I'm not, I can't, we're just going to leave it at yeah. What's your dating fucking, you got a dating tip or a song or something you want to leave people with?
Bitter by
Queen Naja.
Queen Naja and Mulatto.
Big Lotto. She about to change her name soon.
Oh shit.
She said she's looking. She got a drawing board. She's trying to figure out how she's gonna change it. She said that name is. I didn't know that name was racist, but
it means mixed, like a mixed breed, and she's black and white.
But it's 2020 and motherfuckers are sensitive.
I hate shit.
If I was her, I would just tell motherfuckers to suck my dick. Oh well. So
honestly, but yeah, that's
like how you gonna change? Like she's at the peak of her career. Well, how you gonna change her name now?
My friend is actually her manager.
Yeah, that's wow. Like,
and she's been mulatto since she was like young.
And I literally just seen a jump come on like Hot New Hip Hop. It was literally a jump like she got a drawing board with.
Oh, that's trash.
But it's just
I hate this society. It's so fucking soft.
Yeah, it's soft and it's fucking sensitive.
You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about.
I mean, you can if you. I'm gonna tell you when you can. If you believe in having hard ER fans, niggers. If you got real niggas who support you, you can't. Boosie is the perfect example.
That's true.
He is uncancelable. And realistically, let's be real. Only people who have ever got canceled are niggas who went to jail. R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. If you don't go to jail, you're not getting. Tory Lanez is still not canceled. And the more fucking to certain people, yes.
He's canceled to me, Meg all day.
Listen, for me too. I love Meg.
Yeah.
But it's women who still listen to Tory Lanez.
Yeah, and that's trash. There's women that still listen to R. Kelly. I cannot give him any streams. I refuse.
I mean, but the difference between R. Kelly and fucking Tory Lanez is Tory Lanez owns his masters. R. Kelly does not. So you can give R. Kelly all the fucking listens you want, and he gets not a dollar from that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm so glad you said that because now I can listen to some of his music again.
Yeah, he definitely gets nothing.
I just didn't want to put a penny in his pocket.
He definitely gets absolutely nothing from that fucking situation of getting shit. If you were in a relationship, what would be one Christmas gift you want before you leave?
If I was in a relationship, what would I want? Like, and it could be anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, a Louis bag.
A newer one or a classic?
A newer one.
Like the white and blue one?
Yeah, I don't really like the monogram everywhere. Like I like.
Do you fuck with the white and blue one? You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
The Louis that like the new one. It's like blue at the top and it's like white.
I've never seen it. The one I saw was it was all black. And it just had the little plate that said Louis Vuitton on it.
Okay.
Like that. I don't like the fucking LV everywhere. That's not cute to me. But that's just me. I don't like when people are like super flashy. Especially if I'm wearing a freaking like Fashion Nova outfit.
That's every fucking girl on Instagram though.
But I mean, yeah, I'm wearing Fashion Nova right the fuck now. But
Shout
I'm saying
out to the thick women who wear Fashion Nova.
But what I'm saying is, what do I look like wearing Fashion Nova with like a bunch of different designer? I'd rather have the subtle flex just so I feel good, like knowing that I have it. And like if you really know designer, you'll know I got the shit on. And that's that.
No, I agree with you. My bad. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And that, I mean, I think that just for certain women, y'all can pull that off. All women can't pull off the Fashion Nova thing. If you don't have a better, thicker body type.
I think everybody can pull off Fashion Nova.
But not where it looks like, I don't give a fuck that it's Fashion Nova. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Fashion Nova gets what I'm saying, and that's why the women that advertise Fashion Nova are the women who advertise. I'm just going, when the women who advertise Fashion Nova, or this is a partnership paid by Fashion Nova, they all got
big butts.
Big butts, big titties.
Small waist.
Fuck the small waist. As long as you got the big ass and the big titties.
All the Fashion Nova models have fucking small waist.
Yeah, but as long as you have the big titties and the big ass, nobody cares what you have on. Mm. You can wear cheap outfits if you have a nice body. I
wear cheap outfits regardless because if you're buying my clothes.
If you're bony as shit, you wouldn't.
What? I know people that are very small that still. You know what? It depends on who cares. Because I don't give a fuck if it's making me feel comfortable. What? Like what am I? Where would you buy from? Like what other option would a skinny girl have to?
What besides Fashion Nova?
Yeah, where would she buy from? Besides like H&M, Forever 21, Fashion Nova, which a lot of them have the same vendors.
Yeah, so. I mean, okay. I think you're absolutely right. And realistically, nowadays, I feel, and this is the fucking thing about it, niggas are going to jail and dying to impress women, and women buy fucking $14 outfits.
Yes.
And the nigga with the $5,000 outfit on wants to fuck the woman with $14 outfit. You know how retarded that sounds?
Very.
My outfit costs $5 bands. Yours is $14.
Remember we had that conversation about you, a man with money dating a woman from McDonald's? Because y'all don't have the fucking mental capacity to understand you don't know. Just no.
But if a nigga had on a $14 outfit, it's noticeable.
How?
It'll come from Foreman Mills. His jeans will look like Michael Jordan's.
How? I honestly wouldn't know.
You would know. You would know the difference between. I can show you a pair of $20 jeans and a pair of $200 jeans. You'll know the difference. It's a huge difference.
So that's coming from you who doesn't wear sweats. Most men wear sweats, so those are cheap too. A tech outfit's what, $100?
It depends. A Nike Tech jump probably run you maybe like close to 200.
200. And most men wear techs all the fucking time. Repeat the same shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's fucking.
Whereas girls, we wear outfits like once and have to get a new one. So if you really
you only paid fucking $14 for it.
But what I'm saying is, think about it. A man got a $200 outfit that he's wearing once a week, right? And you can't tell because it's just a fucking sweatsuit. Once a week, he's wearing that shit 4 times out of the month. Whereas a woman has to get a new outfit every week. And let's say, like, for instance, this was what, $26 or $30. I have to buy a $30 outfit every single week.
That's if you're going somewhere.
No, I just don't like wearing the same shit over and over again.
But what the fucked up part about it is, I don't like wearing the same shit over and over again.
So
my jeans are $200, $100, I don't even think I own a pair of jeans that's cheaper than $100.
Okay, so for you that sucks. But for most men, they repeat the shit they have, so it's equivalent to the amount of money we spend.
Yeah, that's why I'm not mad. Shout out to all the niggas who wear all black and wear gray sweatsuits. I'm not mad at y'all niggas. I get why y'all do it
because you can. In a sweatsuit. Why don't you want to wear a sweatsuit?
Because it's just cheap and
lazy.
It's
not. See.
I need to. No, that's what I'm saying. I need to change my behavior because I'm telling you, COVID has fucking humbled the fuck out of me. I need to wear sweatsuits. I need to buy some sweatsuits. I need to, but I just don't. Like even my gym shit be so fucking trash because I just throw on whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's different.
It's some motherfuckers who.
But you tall. You got the beard. Got a nice body.
Yeah. Well,
do you understand? Girls like seeing men in sweatsuits.
I get it. But listen, I mean, you know what's so fucked up about? And I be trying to figure out. Like, I'm in the house watching porn every day. Why do motherfuckers be policing my fucking Instagram? I have to cover up my shit because if I don't, then women will be like, "Oh, you being thirsty."
I noticed that. I always see that.
Because women always be like, "Nigga, oh, are you trying to be thirsty? Why are you being thirsty? You thirsty ass."
Okay, and you be like, "Why are you worried about me?"
Or
ignore them.
I try to please the people.
Don't.
I don't try to be thirsty.
Please yourself. Please.
I will one day. I will one day.
Don't. I should.
I'm just being honest. Like, that's why I just do it. Because I just don't want, I don't never want to come off as the thirsty ass gym nigga. Like, I try to keep my shit respectable.
I understand that, but.
So if I send you a nude, then you'll
why
feel.
Why can't you wear a black sweatsuit?
I can. I mean, you can.
It's known to be a freaking, a thirst trap when it's a gray sweatsuit. So avoid that. If you don't want to deal with people saying shit, get black. Yeah. There you go. Problem solved.
I definitely, I'm gonna work on it. I appreciate you want to give people your shit that they can follow. You want to keep your shit.
Yeah. No, I don't want them. I'm kidding. My Instagram and Twitter is _Moroccan Beauty, MOROCCANBEAUTY.
I'll wait until another time you come and tell people how I never knew that it was light skinned Africans, but we'll say that for another time.
Yeah,
we'll say that.
I'll be back.
We'll say that one for another time. I appreciate y'all. I don't know when y'all hear this shit. I mean, the New Year's damn near like right around the corner. So
when are you putting this
next
on?
Tuesday?
Oh well.
It ain't New Year's or Christmas yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be Christmas week.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah. Are you putting anything else after that?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not one of those.
I'm saying, like, when is the next one?
Oh shit! Next week is literally Christmas week.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So this is Christmas week.
Merry Christmas.
Oh damn! Yeah, Merry Christmas. I ain't gonna Happy New Year y'all yet. I'll come back before the New Year.
You have.
But Merry Christmas. Damn, I didn't know that.
Merry Christmas.
That's when you don't have no kids and really don't have. I didn't even know Christmas was next
week. Be happy. I spent a bad. Okay, we're gonna keep talking. End it.
Yeah.